Is it recording?
You know, yeah, it's going right now. But did you know, Zen, your podcast that we did a while back is the only podcast I've had an intro for?
We're going to do an intro for this one, too. All right, everybody. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. All praise to the Most High, multi-chakra celestial. Peace and blessings for everybody here in this space. Welcome in, welcome in. This podcast is about to be juicy.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, everybody, to Outer Reese's podcast. I'm your host, Reese Shalvis. Joining me once again on the podcast, we got Zenotic.
Blessings.
Dude, I'm glad to have you back on. It's been a minute, bro.
It's been like about a year.
I mean, you hopped on at the event, but you know how that turned out.
Yeah, right. But we're going to bounce back from that.
This tour is going to go hard.
Yeah, so I actually just barely came off tour throughout this whole year since the last time you guys seen me. You can follow that on the link below. Reese will put that down, but I look completely different. We're in a whole completely different position in life. And, you know, throughout this whole year, I did drop one single in 2023 called 111 in LA, February 11th. And it was bop, still bopping to this day. And this Sunday, October 22nd, we're dropping Revival. November 22nd, we dropped the music video. December 22nd, we're dropping a short film on a term and vibe called Revival, featuring the future Zen. And we got Day Productions, Royalty. Who else we got? We got Still Undefeated. We got Doomy. A lot of cool people on the short film. Shout out TFZ, Future Zen, YFF. Shout out to all the peoples there. So we're in a whole different position. This whole year I've been touring, doing a lot of stuff, just building my credibility and building up in Salt Lake City. And since we're here, you know, it's time to turn up. And this Sunday, 2023, you know, you might be watching this in 2025, but, you know, it's going to be banging until eternity. So this is going down. I'm in a blessed position, and all praise to God.
Dude, lots of cool people, lots of cool projects. I think that's what we'll call it, dude. Thank you guys for watching at Outer Reese's podcast. Zenotic, everybody. Go follow him.
Yeah, tap in with me, man. Zenotic.official, Zenotic.officials. Promoting the Zen stuff. And I'm glad you got me on here, man. I hit him up, and I was like, yo, like, we need to promote this message, put this out to the youth, to the people, and show them what we're about. We're about helping people be their greatest versions and guiding people to a higher truth. And that all happens with loving yourself and knowing your own inner truth. And that's all it is.
That's what it's all about, man.
That's what it's all about.
Let's hop into that for a minute. Like, so tell me about this new release, and then I kind of want to go into kind of your short film and whatnot that you're working on. Let's kind of talk about the details that you want to share, you know?
Right, yeah. Do you want me
So just tell, what is this song about?
You want me to go in depth or leave it on surface?
It's up to you, man.
Well,
either or.
Well, I'll just go in depth then.
All right.
So throughout these last couple years, I will be honest, like, I've been in crazy situations, crazy places. I've been through the dark. I've been through the good ups and highs and lows. But this song is really just a in tune, universal moment that we're all going through, that we might all share the vibe, even in this room, even in the space now where we're going through a revival. We're going through a moment where we're coming back. We're going to do something bigger, drop a new project, drop something that is bigger for the people, new clothing line, new business, whatever the case may be. We're coming back, and you could see as your own rebirth, your own revival. And since I'm the epiphany of that, like, I'm in tune with the moment with it, and I'm dropping the message for everybody, and it's called Revival. So throughout this whole year, I've been reviving myself. I've been sober. If I do drink, it's a wine, you know, it's a champagne we celebrated. If I do smoke, it's never. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. So I'm in a good revival state of mind where I could drop and be a voice for the people and the kids, and have the adults believe in me and lead the people. And I speak Spanish too, so I'm going to be dropping some Spanish music here in the near future. So Revival is just that. That's why my hair is white. You know, fans been asking me. My hair's just been, I'm revived in God's light.
Dude, it's cool that you bring that up because, like, you know, I've been gone for, you know, 5, 6 months, 7 months, however long, and just doing my own thing, kind of dealing with my own, you know, my mental health and whatnot. And it's crazy how much things have just lined up lately. Like, as soon as I hit up Royalty, and I was like, yo, you know, I was like, I'm trying to get back doing the podcast again. And he's like, bro, I'm on that same shit just recently too. And just trying to get the way everything's lining up. And now you got your you're dropping your revival. Like everyone's kind of going through this thing, you know. Everyone's reviving. Everyone's going through their revival, and I think it's so cool. Like the way that lines up. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I'll praise to God, man. You know, I don't know. I didn't sign up for this shit. Like I just was born and I knew this shit, and I'm just here and I'm willing to do what I got to do for people to rise to the next level and be the greatest versions. But it takes you know, even in your own journey, your own personal stuff. You're just like, hey, I want to bring it back and do what you love.
I think this podcast was good timing too.
This podcast was great timing. Great timing. I'm glad you're here,
dude. I'm glad you're back on, man. Your last podcast we killed it, dude. You killed it, man. You absolutely blew it out of the water.
Even then, just watching back on the old podcast, I look back and I'm like, man, I could have said, well, honestly, I was in a position where I was like just being myself, but being me now, I would have said a couple things differently. I would have done a couple things differently. But one thing I do know, it was still success. And regardless, this one will be too, just because we will speak the truth. But other than that, you know.
I mean, that's how it is though, right? Like, people might, like, in the future, right? Maybe, let's say 2 years down the line, 4 years, whatever. When you're big, you're selling out, you know, venues all around the country and whatnot. People might look back on old podcasts and they're like, hey, you said this, but now you're saying this. And it's like, that's because we learn, you know, we grow, we get new perspectives from new experiences, right? And so we might change our mind on stuff. We might change our view, because a lot of people, they think, you know, a lot of people are stubborn, and even if they change their view, like let's say all those like influencers out there that like try to, they either talk politics or they're talking other stuff, trying to inspire people or influence people.
Right.
A lot of them will just like stay on their same beliefs despite whatever they go through, that they feel like they can't change what their views are. But that doesn't show that they're growing as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Hey, that's completely right. You know, one of the biggest changes that we have in the world is change. You know, change is a constant. Yeah. And creation is always changing as well. You know, you look at the
in
plants,
every aspect.
In every aspect, you see a plant. It goes through its seasons. We go through our seasons. And this song, I'm hoping it heals people, inspires people to stay consistent and stay in the light throughout all their seasons, because we see darkness every day. But if we could stay inspired to be in the light and be grateful, that's all that I need from the song.
Dude,
you know?
Play us a clip.
You know
play us a piece of the song.
Hey, this is only piece, all right? All right, this is only piece. I'm only going to play the beginning.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm only going to play the beginning, all right? It drops Sunday, but by the time this thing drops, you're going to hear it either way. But I'm only going to play the beginning, and I'm going to give it up for Nipsey Hussle. You know, Nipsey Hussle was a big inspiration for me, along with Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, J. Cole, XXX, Tentacion, Jaden Smith. A lot of these artists, you know, Prince, have inspired me, and one of them is Nipsey Hussle. And Nipsey Hussle, I actually dedicated the intro to, and I'm just going to play the intro because that's what the song really is all about. But check this out. Before I came to my conclusion, I had many problems without solutions. The movement was to keep on moving. Over the horizon, we kept it pushing. Couldn't stop what I was pursuing. Fear was the only illusion. Fear was the only illusion. Yeah. Fear was the only illusion. Tell them to catch up. Still ain't catch up. You know?
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
All right, I almost forgot the lyrics for a second. I almost forgot the lyrics.
Hey. Shit's fire, bro. I'm excited for it to come out.
All right, I'm going to take my jacket off, you know?
Oh, yeah,
it's getting kind of hot. But, yeah, Revival, October 22nd, and then the next song that should be dropping should be a Spanish track.
Dude, will this be your first Spanish track?
The one after Revival, yeah.
Oof, that's sick.
It's just the mic is it's too high, you know.
Dude, you can bro, adjust it however you need.
Hell yeah, no, I'm good right here.
All right.
You know, I'm trying to see everybody in here, all the beautiful people, everybody in this space. We got Mr. Burton, Fat Zaza. We got Doomy in the cut. Royalty, shout out Young Fly Family, YFF, shout out Future Zen, FTZ, TFZ, and Reese in here. You know, I got Lemonade in here.
Hey.
And so we're just gonna cheers up for prosperity. And if you have water, if you have smoothies, alcohol, whatever, and you're watching this clip,
hey, join up.
Hey, hands up. And if you don't got nothing, man, put your fingers up. Cheers to more prosperity,
Cheers.
wealth, abundance, more love, more money, and more health.
And the next year, 2024.
2024. All praises to the Most
Beautiful
High.
toast. Beautiful toast. Very well said.
Yes. So
So I want to know about the short film. You haven't told me anything about it. I got to hear about this. What do you want to share about it? And when does it drop again?
So pretty much like I've been keeping it on the down low.
Yeah.
When this podcast releases, it'll probably be, that moment where a lot of people hear about what we are doing. And the future Zen is being built from the bottom to the top. There's no limits. I just barely formed a team in collaboration with multiple groups and aspects. But this team is going to prioritize fashion shows, music shows. We're going to be doing community involvement, community healing, and meditation, sound healing, helping the homeless. We'll be donating clothes. So if anybody needs to donate or wants to support us, tap in with The Future Zen or Zenotic.officials on Instagram, www.thefuturezen.com. Tap into there and email us. And Salt Lake City, around the world, we're trying to be global and support the people. We're also trying to prioritize, theaters. We want people to come and do acts, bands, all that nature. Artists gets together, and we did a short film for a revival. And
Bro, it's not just a hip hop community.
No,
it's
no.
a community.
A community of artists more so, but we're not just artists actually. Like we had people come in and offering career services. A lot of artists need assistance with careers and work in that aspect. And it's quite difficult to have the funds to support your art career and things of that nature. So we're trying to provide and just do cool stuff where we could actually be at home and flourish in our artistry.
And if you're trying to follow along that, follow this podcast.
Follow
if
this
you aren't
podcast.
already.
The links will be down below. Reese, I trust you to put them down.
I mean, now that Out at Reese's is partnered with YFF, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff together, a lot of events, a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see where you go, man. I'm looking forward to everything you're doing. You got me all hyped up now. I'm like, oh shit, these meditation sessions. Bro, count me in.
Yeah, we need it. A lot of people like even yoga. Like I'm certified Reiki, certified yoga. So I'll be teaching people how to do yoga. I'm trying to get a curriculum going and teach classes at Utah Creative Chamber. Shout out to Creative Chamber. Shout out CJ. We're also doing events at Hideaway Live Studios. Shout out Togi, Harlan Entertainment, and Diamond at that. Shout out Doomy. We're connecting with everybody in the city and pulling all the plugs and assets together just to have that local community, because they're wondering what's going on in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're putting them on. We're putting the show out here, and they may have not seen us yet, but soon they will.
Dude, tell me about some of these events that you're wanting to do, or even like some of these sessions that you're trying to go.
So it's more so just guiding people to be their greatest versions. And the future Zen means the future enlightenment, a coming enlightenment, a moment where you will be enlightened if you're not now. And that comes along with just yourself. And we have that brand, we have that community going in entertainment and the business aspects with the community. And it took a lot to be here, but God allowed us to be in this moment and help the community. We also are partnered with One World Humanity that helps with the community, and every Sunday of each month we go out to downtown and help out with the homeless and feed them, give them clothes and things of that nature. So hit us up that one Sunday each month. We're trying to do it more on a consistent basis, but that's for everybody in this room. We're trying to get that locked in, so for everybody. But to answer your question, a lot of the events is just me just trying to make my name known and build that credibility as well as the team and the people who are involved with the team. And
So are these events for just like anybody to show up? And
yes, of course. Yeah, a lot of these events are just for anybody to show up. A lot of these people are just looking for a home too. I always compared it to this. Like when I went to the hip hop underground scene, I would see a whole bunch of people, and a lot of their sounds were not typically my sound. I do have a couple songs where I'm like, yo, jump and get them lit, but my lyricism is just not something that steers them away. I never talked about booty. I never talked about drugs, this, that, and the third. I always dropped in a lyricism where even if the beat sounds heavy, the lyricism is going to guide you to a better future at that. And so I really went into the underground just to find all the chosen ones, find all the people who have that eye, that vision, and really willing to rise to the next level And while at that, I built a community and a following, and I'm trying to put them all in the same place because I feel like that's what they want. They don't even want to be too lit. They don't want to be, well, even if they are, that's cool. But we all need that space to just heal as well, so we could be back at it on Monday and get that money. And I'm trying to provide that as well, instead of like being Saturday, Sunday, being fucked up and being drunk or whatever and being messed up for Monday or Sunday. I want them to like also, enjoy the wine, enjoy the drink, but at the same time know that we're all on a mission together to make the world a better place.
Yes, dude, I love that. That's like, it's interesting that you bring up that there's a lot of artists that you said you kind of don't it's like you don't really listen to their kind of music, but that's something that I think is beautiful about the community that YFF is building, that you're building and whatnot. Is it's just like it doesn't matter,
Right.
what you're doing, or
I'm a
what kind
supporter,
of music you're doing. No, yeah, exactly, and everyone's just supporting each other. And
Right, right.
I think it's important that we tear down those boundaries, right? Like we look at this community, and I mean, you could say it's a hip hop community, but it's really a lot more than that, right? There's a lot more of
Yeah, there's even soul in it. It's so diverse, but that's why I'm taking my advantage with the Spanish community as well, especially with how many Venezuelans are here. I'm Venezuelan, so shout out to Venezuela. How many Venezuelans are coming and so many Hispanics, Caribbeans are here. I want to take advantage and bring them together too. Because when I look at, for example, let's say the black community or the Polynesian community for that matter, I see a lot of leaders leading this community. They've had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, but when I look at the Caribbean community at that, we don't have too many leaders out there to guide our people in the right direction or way. So I want to kind of be that I do want to be that for my peoples and hold that place where we could be like, yo, like we have our voice, we have our community. How can we contribute to the rest of the world and collaborate and make the world elevate?
like that. If you think you can do it, if you think you got it, dude.
I hope so.
Believe in yourself and you can do it, man.
Most
That's what this
definitely.
is all about, right?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what it's all about. And I'm also inspired by the people around me who I've seen that and taken that approach. And because with us, it's a lot of party. A lot of our folks like to party and everything, which is cool. But I want to also have that platform where it's not only just our people partying. Like I want to see my Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Boricuas. I want to see my Cubans, Jamaicans, Venezuelans, Colombians come together, and we are doing that. So we're just going at it day by day. But even then, that's what I'm also trying to put into the short films. The short films are going to involve, a journey of spiritualists or quote unquote chosen ones having a journey. I'm not sure if anybody's read the book The Alchemist, but the book on The Alchemist is a book on an individual having a journey to find the treasure. Not to spoil it, pause the video, skip it if anything, but or you could read it. It's by Paulo. What's his last name? Coelho. Paulo Coelho, something like that.
Costa? Is that what he's saying?
No, Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. Search it up. I don't want to spoil it. I'll only just keep it brief. But he has his whole journey to find a treasure in Egypt. But throughout that journey, he met so many cool people, a lot of great assets, a lot of beautiful experiences. But at the end of that journey, which there is no end, but at the end of that book, he found that the treasure was within him that whole time. The treasure was already in him. And that's what I'm trying to demonstrate with these films. I want to put an aspect where somebody or a chosen one is going through a whole journey of experiences and beauties, and we put that out into the entertainment so it inspires others to be like, yo, like I could be on this journey. I am on this journey, but I know the treasure's within me. And I want to like put that out there as chosen ones or godly people who want to be the greatest versions, instead of just there's cool action movies. We're gonna have action in it, obviously, to entertain people, but still have like that source of just like inspiration. And we're also gonna put out quote unquote minorities or Hispanics, Black folks, Polynesians, and have collaborations with even any type of community and put us out there, because it's about that time where we all need to come together and put our platforms out there.
So you got a date yet for this movie?
A date for Revival, it is December 22nd.
And the short film is going to be called Revival.
Yes, it's going to be called Revival. Revival, as of now, it'll be called Revival. When it comes out, it'll probably be a little bit different. But that's exclusive. What do you say?
Talk about 22nd.
Oh, why about the 22nd? So I feel like 22, Search up what angel number 22 means real quick so I could give them the exact same thing, the exact definition. But as of now, 22 is a global holiday. You know, take it as a global holiday, everybody.
Being open to love and guidance.
Okay, 22.
All right.
Letting,
22.
It means
letting the love and guidance energies to lead
yeah.
deeper into self-awareness.
Oh, that's on point. So angel number 22. 22 means in definition with the numbers is being open to love and guidance to guide you to be more self-aware of yourself and the things around you. And I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, right there.
All right, guys.
Smart.
Angel number 22 symbolizes selflessness, balance, and harmony, as well as ambition, discipline, and confidence. The number is associated. The number is associated with fulfilling your divine purpose and trusting that you're on the right path. It is the branch between spiritual and the material.
Ooh, you've been seeing that number around a lot?
Yeah. Honestly, it just kind of came around. 22 just manifested itself before me on the
is today
day.
the 22nd? No.
Today's the 20th.
20th. Okay. I was gonna say that'd be crazy if it was the
I should
22nd
have known that
today.
because Revival does drop in 2 days on our platforms. But 22, take it as a holiday for you to do something that makes you feel alive. So this Sunday, do something that makes you feel alive and feel revived. And, you know, that could be the gym, eating good, taking yourself out. But each day of the 22, take that time to, like, have that moment.
Dude.
And so November 22nd, we'll drop the music video, which is amazing. Shout out Day Productions. Search them up. And December 22nd, I creatively and directed the film for Revival. So that'll be December 22nd.
I'm excited, dude. I'm looking forward to that film. I'm genuinely
dope.
like pumped for it, man. You're gonna have to.
And even then, we
I'm
could
a
all
s-
collaborate. You could be an actor.
Hey, I've actually been wanting to get into acting. I've done a few acting gigs this year, actually, myself. Just like short films on YouTube and whatnot, or like this YouTube series I was in called Cobra Kids.
Cobra Kids?
Yeah, I played as one of the thugs. I was like mugging this dude.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's so funny. I can show you guys after this podcast. It's funny. But,
Yeah, you're going to have to show everybody, too.
but
Put
hey,
it up online.
if you're looking for an actor or a role or something, dude, hey,
Yeah, you'd
tell
be
me
great.
in, dude.
You'd be
I'm
great.
so down for that. That sounds crazy.
The thing about me is that I was in a position just coming up where I wanted the whole world. I feel like I'm epiphany of the all. Like, I want everything, and I know what I want, bro. I just think everything's pretty cool besides, like, lower vibratory stuff. I passed that. But I've never been in that position really where I was really given all the artistry in the positions. I had to work hard for all that. So I want to get in a position where I open up spaces and give opportunities to
Ooh,
stuff
I like that. I
didn't
love
have.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
like studio spaces. You know, we gotta pay for all this, but I want to be able to like have the space available for everybody to do film, studio, art gallery, things of that nature. So it's in the come. It's in the
Yeah,
works.
dude, I'm excited. You guys missed it though, dude. Royalty's face when I said that I'd done a couple acting gigs this year. He's like, "What,
Bro, you'd be a dope actor.
It's funny. It was fun though. I'm excited to do more though. Like I've actually genuinely thought about getting like actually into acting, trying to just like get whatever I can really. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna start exploring the Utah film scene, like with my podcast and whatnot.
The Sundance is here in Salt Lake City too.
Yeah,
And that's a major thing.
When is that? Isn't that like in summer?
It's like November, December around there.
Oh, is it? So it's coming up.
Yeah, it's like December actually,
Okay.
or maybe January.
Who's trying to go?
I'm going because
Hey.
I made some contacts. I'm trying to actually put the film in it, if anything, or for next year. But get in contact. And acting is something I like too, and I want to get in there. I just want to do it all. But if we collaborate, even on short films, put them on YouTube, even on the Future Zen website, it will be noticed because they watch. You know, I had a wise person tell me, like, even if you don't think they're looking at you and you don't want to post it, you post it and they're watching. They be watching.
Dude, who's all involved with the Futures End? Because you said that's your team, right?
Yes. So the Futures End is just like something that was barely constructed not too long ago. Throughout just the whole experiences of the song and everything, I just want to state that me as Zenotic, I'm like a big glue. I've been in the mainstream of Salt Lake City, the underground, and I've tapped in with the West Valley scene of Salt Lake City. And I've been blessed to be put in multiple positions where I've made like cool connections. So I'm collaborative, and I'm on the team of Young Fly Family YFF that consists of Chocolate Wafer, Royalty, Fez, Young Archie. Young Archie is open up for NLE Choppa. You know, we've connected with Polo G. We're doing big scenes here in the scene, and that's on the hip hop aspect. connected with the Storm community, Storm Tour, and that's Lebo Tracks, Astro. And so I want to build my own thing, where I could have my platform to put out that higher message of putting ourselves in our best version. And so I picked up and really it just happened. And I have a team of beautiful individuals where it's Zenotic, Doomy, Kello Jackson, Still Undefeated, and Saint as their videographer is Day. And we're in collaboration with Young Fly Family because I am part of Young Fly Family and collaboration with Lebo Tracks. But the thing about us is that our message is more so conscious and spiritual. And so we're just adding on and elevating what Young Fly already has and the Storm community, but making it bigger for ourselves. And so we're going to be hosting like a lot of unique stuff where we can specialize in and build a pave for us. And that's Zenotic, Doomy, Saint, Kello Jackson, and Still Undefeated with Day. And so it's looking crazy.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah.
I love it.
You guys are bringing like a new layer to the community,
Yeah, we're bringing
a
a
lot
whole new
deeper layer of like, spirituality and whatnot. And because it's like an onion, right? There's a bunch of different layers.
But I couldn't do this shit without like the people before me and the people who come after. I couldn't do this by myself. I had God by me. I had my family. Shout out to my mom. My mom really helped me out. I had my family to support me when I was down. Shout out to my dad, P.O.P. Hold it down. I have had Young Fly to help me and build me up. And we're just going to add more and bring more resources and assets to what we already have established and things of that nature. But
Dude,
other than that, shoot.
Shout out to all those supportive mother and fathers out there, dude.
Facts. And the thing about me is like, since this is that type of podcast and I want this podcast to hold this type of information so when my fans and everything come back, I want them to watch this specific podcast on like me revealing more about myself because I will go on to like, I will get bigger and touch bigger platforms and bigger stuff and take all the people up with me. But I want this podcast to like look back and be like, dang, this is what he's about, like I was raised by a single mother. My pops wasn't there. He gave my pops is here now, and I love my pops. Shout out Carlos, wherever he at. He probably is chilling, sleeping. I love my pops, but in the earlier times, like he wasn't there. It's still mad love, but the reality is that it was really my mom, my uncle, and my cousin. My cousin is Gordo. He has a studio. He has a barbershop studio out here called Official Studio. Official Studio, and it's actually down the street from this location. So tap in Official Studio. Who knows if where he goes in the future because he's very talented and he got a lot of opportunities. But Gordo Cuts here in Salt Lake City, tap in with him. So it was really just my uncle Gordo and my mom throughout this whole time. But in reality, it was just my mom and Gordo for a long time. And my cousin went through hell. Like he went through it and he bossed up and he was really my OG coming up. And me, having no pops and everything in that nature, like he really coached me through the dog game. He coached me through everything. He taught me how to fight, really. He taught me how to get females. He taught me to, do a lot of stuff. And he taught me how to trap when I did, like I never really did anything crazy. But when it came down to him, we were really struggling and needed some money. Like, he taught me how to, hustle and things of that nature. So I got a lot of respect for my cousin, and he really is my brother. So all up to him. And, my uncle came along. It's like we're, reversed. Like, he didn't have a mom growing up, so he had my mom. I didn't have a dad growing up, so I had his dad, which is my uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
that's sick. I mean, we all need our support, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like when you got your support group around you, got your people, your OGs, it's like you can do anything.
Facts.
You
I
can
gotta
just
do
keep
it,
going, bro.
Bruh, hey, anytime he taught me respect at that. Like, anytime that he low key he would check me real quick. Like, if anything, coño, if that might go me, bro, this fool definitely check me if anything, cause he knew in the real world I would need that. And so, here we are spreading a good message. A lot of people get killed off for this type of shit. Nipsey Hussle, X, Mac Miller. But I guarantee this, I will not go down. I'm going to keep going and fighting for a better world. And I got to. You know what I'm saying? I got to.
So I want to know something.
Yeah.
So you said you've gone through some experiences this year that have kind of changed where you're at mentally and whatnot. Is there anything that you're willing to share that you have gone through that has kind of put you where you're at now? At least helped put you at where you're at.
Whew. Oh man, I won't lie. Before I started all this music stuff, I had the ideas of doing music, but my whole earlier life, up to now, I grew up in, I'm Venezuelan, but believe it or not, I'm first generation in the United States, so I have a big, boulder on my shoulder to be something successful. and that is because I come from a different country. So coming here and being the very first generation of the whole bloodline born here, it's kind of like a black sheep and a golden child at the same time. And so that's why every day, like, I get up and I have a mission, and I hold myself to a different demeanor because I got to do this. And just coming up like that in different nationality household, and being in the United States, especially Utah, I went through a lot of stuff, but I grew up in Murray. Shout out Murray. I went to Hillcrest Junior High, Parkside Elementary, and Murray High School, and Valley High. If you want to graduate quickly, pull up to Valley High School. Valley High School is the shit. I love Valley High. Shout out Principal Jacinto. He taught me a lot of stuff. I love Jacinto. He's cool. And yeah, things of that nature. I went through a lot throughout the whole time, and I've always been blessed. I've always been blessed with the good energy about me. But going out, I always had my tribulations time as well. And one of the biggest ones was just like girls. I feel like girls definitely like taught me a lot, and one of the biggest like things that made me be my best version. Like going down as like a male and having like certain girlfriends, and I always was like a pretty boy. Like I always had like a lot of good, I wouldn't say options, but I always had like a lot of traction coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I fell in love because I felt like they were the right one. And when I did throughout this whole journey, like I would get my heart broken, and it stemmed me in a way where like I hold my boundaries very high, and I have expectations for what type of woman I would want, because I just went through that whole journey of those type of experiences. Like at one point, like I was like cheated like right in front of me, and I caught the girl, and like I had to fight the dude, but then the dude was like, "That's your girl," and I was like, oh, it's not even the girl's fault. It's not even the dude's fault. It's the girl. So like things like that, I don't want to make it seem like, damn, like he's got play like that. But at those type of moments, you gotta understand that these are the type of things that build you. So like girls for sure, but luckily these last years, like I've learned a lot from good females, because I love myself. And once you self-love and love yourself, you allow yourself to love others. And so like lately, like the females I've been with have taught me a lot, and and that's a blessing. And especially like on the other note, like my mom has taught me so much good stuff, and she's taught me to be a strong man, being an independent woman, because she had to for a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kind of going back on the you coming to this country, being the first generation, do you feel like there's a certain level of like stress and anxiety having that pressure on you, like feeling like, oh man, I'm the first generation here, I got a lot to live up to? Like kind of how do you feel about that? Like, is this,
when I think about it at night, I'm like, damn, like I gotta do this. but throughout the day and everything, like I feel like pressure makes diamonds, and the pressure is all in my mind. I just gotta know where I'm going and enjoy the journey, and really just embrace it, and know that everything is temporary. All the difficult things that you go to is temporary. You might feel today and feel it different tomorrow. So I just need to keep at it and understand even the words and the stress and the energy that other people, that they try to put onto you, that they try to put onto me, is part of the process. Nothing worthwhile happens overnight. Right. So I have to believe that I have that mindset.
Dude, you use the pressure, right? Use the pressure where you can, like, 'cause you can convert that energy, that stress, that anxiety, whatever, you can use it to fuel you and like propel you forward,
Even my mama before this, she was stressing me, and I was like, Mom, like, she's like, you never had time. And that hurts, because I definitely want to have time for the family. Mm-hmm. But one day they'll realize everything I'm doing as a man too will, like, it will pay off. And then one day they will understand why I had to do so much, That's crazy. And I'm sure like everybody in this room, like we gotta, our mamas, our families might not understand what we go through. They're like, dang, you gotta do this, and that. But one day when we really hit it, I'm like, oh, when that, I'm gonna be like, Mom, here's the check, and here's the ticket to Bora Bora. It's my turn now.
Dude, I feel that, dude. I so badly, I want to retire my mom. You know what I mean? I mean, she's probably listening to this now, but like I genuinely I want to retire.
Shout out Reese's mom.
I want to be able to like set her up so she can just like do whatever she wants, Mm-hmm. And that's like a dream of mine that like really fuels me to keep going, I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
I
I
like
like
that.
that. You like that? You like that? You like that? You like that? Ah, man.
That's hilarious.
I like that.
Yes, we all like that. We all love it, man. So shout out to the family. Always keep your family close. One of our other hardest things was just doing things by myself, being an only child, and just not having a lot of that family around. Now this year, since Venezuela, we're having exodus, and a lot of folks are coming here. I have more family, and it's beautiful because now I have like that family experience where we could all be together. We've been traveling and things of that nature, but I always really had to do things by myself. And so it's stemmed like this energy within me where I'm highly independent, and it makes me feel like anybody who really does get close to me and show like true love and exhibits love, it like touches my heart, and I don't know how to take it. So when I have like a real friend that really actually genuinely cares about me, is kind of like that's cool. And then when I have like an actual like female partner who genuinely exhibits loving things, it definitely like it's dope. Like I never really had that. But besides that, like even on that's a personal level, when it comes down to business and things like that, like we about it, we go get it because we all trying to build a future for our families.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Like sometimes with some of my closest friends, they'll do something that reminds me why they're my closest friend. I'm like, shit, dude, they actually give a shit. You know what I mean,
bro? They do. It's like a lot of good friends I've had, like like
shout out Royalty.
Yeah, I was about to say Royalty.
Shout out Christian Reeves. Shout out Colin, dude.
All my real friends too. Like I know some of my old real friends like are watching this right now, and like a lot of us have fell off. A lot of my old friends from back in the day, they're not here no more, and it's solely because we're on different timelines and different paths. But I always love them, and I love you, and I feel like that's why we even started, and I learned a lot of things from a lot of you guys in the first place. And I'm here because I just had a different vision and a different plan, and I'm in a whole different scenario. Like I mentioned, like my family comes from a different place. My scenario is different, only child. I just had a whole different vision. Like I have a very best friend named Moses, and my real name is Jeremiah. And me and Moses just have had very similar like ties and growth. And he's that one friend that we're always gonna be close forever. And sometimes we don't really talk, and that's my brother. But just throughout it all, just having him along and knowing that it's still love and good terms, we're just like, anything is possible. But a lot of the old friends, I'm not really cool with them no more, just because some of them like are on some weird shit. Like a lot of them just didn't really take care of themselves and stuff like that, and that's cool. But if you're not eating a good plate and you're at my table, and you get it from a different buffet, you just might have to go sit at another table
No,
because after 30 days, I believe, your cells become what you put into your body, specifically your food. And that's why after 60 days, I believe you create a hobby, and that goes for your food as well. And that's why if you eat healthy as well, you're going to become that food because, we're, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you eat a lot, you're going to be fat.
Exactly, yeah. No, it's
respect to people who are fat.
Yeah, I got so many friends from when I was growing up, right? Elementary school, middle school, and even high school. And it's just crazy. It's like I considered myself, best friends with these guys. I thought they were family, and I thought I'd see myself being around them the rest of my life. And now most of them are gone. You know what I mean? Like they're just out of my life.
Sad
And
as shit,
no,
bro.
well, not gone like
true.
dead. No,
It's
but
true.
like out of my life, right?
Right.
And sometimes it hurts looking back. Like, man, like what happened? We were so good. We were so close. I miss them.
Right.
But then also, it's like, you know what? We just weren't going in the same direction. We took different turns in life, and that's okay. It's okay that some people leave your life, because it just wasn't meant for them to be in your life. You know what I'm saying?
And one day they're gonna realize that dang, like Zenotic, Real T, Do Me, Fat Zaza, like we really just and Reese, like we just took a whole different approach, and we were actually about it. We were actually about the artistry and our path, and we were passionate about it. And a lot of people, they just couldn't get out of smoking weed. They couldn't get out of drinking. They couldn't get out of eating so much. They couldn't get out of being grateful. And even if we do those things, keep it in moderation and balance it, because that's the whole, key to it. Because life is bigger than what we normally see. And so, like, people like us, we're really about it. And that's not saying that they're not about it, but they're not about it like this because we're here. And if they were true friends, they would hit you up or actually be a part of the process. But some people, besides that, they're just on their own journey and they got to learn for themselves.
Everyone that's kind of been brought together here, dude. One thing we all have in common and share is that we're all seeking knowledge. We're all seeking experiences. We're all seeking to learn and just become better, be better versions of ourselves. And I think that's the main thing that what we can all connect on and work together on, and be a community.
I agree. Knowledge is the power. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is real power. And they be like materialistic money. Money is power, but just in society. When you go out to like nature, when you go out to like different aspects of the world that we live in, we have different resources and different currencies, I guess, that brings real power. Like just in society, we worship the paper, but in different places, like paper, they ain't shit. And so you need to back that up with knowledge and facts and self-love and self-knowledge at that, because that's what's going to stem you up. My mom always told me that. I didn't even like it in the beginning when she first started telling me, but the society either builds you up or breaks you down, and you need to put yourself in a position where you could build up in society, because a lot of them don't care unless you have the things to back it up. So I know people who have the business, who have the facts, who have the finances to sustain them. And that's if you're really trying to be on the world stage, or not even just that, but if you're really just trying to be sustainable and maintain yourself through life, have that backup, that solid base where you could stand on and look from a higher view so you could actually enjoy life.
Sometimes we need society to break us down before we can build back up.
Yeah, that's what
you know
I
what
mean.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a lot of stuff, but we got to get wrapping this up.
Yes,
Dude,
I don't want to go.
Dude, this has been easily one of the best podcasts that I've done.
Really?
Yeah, no, just like everything you've been saying, man. I'm trying to absorb it, and when I'm re-listening to
You've been great.
This, I'm hoping to just learn as much as I can from you, from everybody here, everyone in this community. And bro, hey,
fuck yeah. Hey, shout out No Jumper, but this is the pod. This is the best podcast in the world. Shout out Reese.
Hey,
love.
Thank you. We going.
We're definitely going up. Revival dropping October 22nd. It's already going to be on our platforms. There's more great music to come out, and more content, more beauties, and all praise to the Most High God. Thank you, and there's more to come. Peace and love.
Dude, and thank you guys for watching this episode. I just want to make an announcement. November 18th, I'm going to be doing a charity stream. If you guys want to check in, we're going to be supporting lung cancer. All donations going to lung cancer. It's going to be on twitch.tv/Reese Shalvis. We're going to be playing games, doing challenges, doing some IRL stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's fire.
I hope you guys all join and maybe donate a little bit.
TFZ, the future's in. Tap in with Reese.
Hey, thank you guys for watching wherever it is you're watching, whether it's morning, daytime, nighttime. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for coming on, man.
You heard the man.
Peace.
Peace of love. Peace of love.
Yes,
Woo! You could tell we didn't want to end it. How long was that?
What are we at? 46.
Not bad.